gas.
The dangerous myth of the lone wolf. To break free, question what pop culture glorifies. The modern world loves the lone wolf. Movies and media push the idea that isolation is power, that going alone is cool. Here is the truth. The lone wolf is fifth-generation warfare. It's designed to isolate and weaken you. Watch this. This is the war plan. First step, destroying third places. Third places are sport clubs, churches, and community groups. They are the places outside the work or family. Over the last 50 years, half disappeared. Church attendance 50% less. Sports clubs 30% down. These were not just social spaces. This was where men and women bonded, grew, and organized. Second step, glorifying the lone wolf. Third places disappeared and Suki media filled the gap with social media and lone wolf heroes. Look back at movies. Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers glorified teamwork and camaraderie. Look now at movies. The Batman franchise and John Wick glorified isolated men, miserable, fighting alone, needing no one, being depressed. I am working to change this. Isolation is a weapon. It breaks individuals, communities, and nations. 63% of young men in the US feel lonely. Suicide rates among young men have risen 30% since 2000. But men in community groups are 50% less likely to get depression. Why is the lone wolf myth pushed? Fifth-generation warfare weakens populations using disinformation and cultural manipulation. Alone, people can't organize or resist. Instead, they consume and rely on the state and surveillance for safety. When communities and families get less power, the state and corporations get more power. Never forget this connection. Without bonds, there is little resilience. Let me give you 5 rules to break free. Number 1, question narratives. Ask yourself who benefits from your isolation. Number 2, learn from history. Every great movement, a revolution, and victory was built on alliances, not individuals. Even in nature, wolves live in packs. A lone wolf will die in the cold of the winter. The lone wolf myth is a joke. Number 3, cut the old narratives. Pop culture, consumerism, indulgence. Every fucking day. That's why Grimm gives you the Grimm Cinematic Universe, the Grimm series. This is our counter-pop culture, our channels, our narratives, our books, our films, our mythology, our power. It will strengthen you instead of weaken you. Number 4, rebuild the pack. Reclaim brotherhoods, reclaim loyal bonds. No matter where you are in the world, there are good people, and we will connect you. And finally, of course, number 5, bring good values into the world. Next year, Grimm is taking the next step to the big screen, God willing. I have been in big movies. My partner Crest has written, directed, and produced for Netflix, Amazon, HBO, but that is over. Grimm will stay independent, no Hollywood, suka. We are joining forces, all Grimms worldwide, to build our own production and distribution of honorable culture that opens the world's eyes. If you are a professional in finance, production, or distribution, get in touch and join the Alliance. We are opening the eyes of millions. Life is grim, but honor will come.